Okay, guys, so welcome back. We're on Wurm Unlimited. Currently, we're on the Mythmore Prime server. This is going to be part of the Ironman Saga, but not this location. We're starting here in this video because I had a question from one of my viewers asking about repairing walls on a wooden house. So, in preparation, what I chose to do is to make a little one square shed, shack, whatever, complete with roof to show. And this person did say that it was a wooden house. So um, I built a wooden structure just so that I had something here. Okay, it's a tiny little spot. Okay, so if your building, your wall, your roof has sustained damage, what you come over to whatever one has the issue. Examine it. So you just right click on the wall itself and click on examine, and it tells you the quality level and the amount of damage. Okay, well, obviously, it's not giving me the option to repair it using the mallet. Um, it won't give me the option with the saw. So how do I fix this? Easy. You look at the quality level of the wall, make yourself a plank that's higher quality level, and you activate the plank. Right click the wall, repair. Now you can examine. No damage. Well, then you need another plank, higher quality, if you're going to improve it. It says we just improved it. Examine. We went from 38.1768 to 39.3636. And we can keep going with however many planks we have that are above that. Okay? So to show my point again, let's examine this wall again. We're at 40.31, so we're still below this. All right. I'm going to pull out my maul, activate it, and I'm going to damage the wall on purpose. But let's say you haven't deeded yet. When you built the structure, you weren't actually on a deed, or you've been there for quite a while, and it's just slowly over time it's taken damage. This is how you go about fixing it. And for each different type of wall, it's a different item. Your best option is to right click the wall and find on Wurmpedia. If you're playing on Wurm Online, I believe the option is still the same. The difference is it'll pop up a little, sorry about that, it'll pop up a different, or a little like internet kind of window, much like the inventory in a way, but it'll actually bring that item into that window, whereas Wurm Unlimited actually pops up your browser. So let's examine this wall again. Okay, now we have 8.1749 damage. We're still at quality level 31, or I'm sorry, 40.31. We have a 40.46 plank. Okay, and we've got let's sort by quality level. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We have 4 of them. All right, so we have one of them selected. Right click, repair. Poof! It goes away. It's gone. But but it says you failed to repair the wall. So let's examine again. We're still at the same damage. We're still at the same quality level. So we just grab another plank, right click, repair. Now we can right click and examine, and it's still damaged, but not as much. It took out 9 of that damage, or 8, 8.2 it looks like, somewhere in there. So let's grab another one. And it says that you can't, or that you have to have a higher quality level plank, but let's try to repair it with a lower quality one. Failed to repair. Let's try it again. That plank contains too little material, so now we have no choice but to repair with a higher level. But you see that it did let us attempt to repair it. So it may have just been that I ended up with a bad roll, um, and it didn't allow me to do anything. But now we can take this plank, right click, and attempt to improve it. We've improved it a little bit. Examine. Now we're at 41.064. So you can repair damaged walls. And I didn't damage anything else. This is literally a fresh building. I just made it a couple of minutes ago. Roof included. My skills are high enough to where I can just throw these things up pretty quick. Now on my Ironman Saga, that is not going to be the case. It's going to take me half a day just to put this one little shed together. But that is to answer a question from my viewers, or one of my viewers, on how to repair damaged walls on a wooden structure. You need a plank. Doesn't matter if it's, cedar wood, if it's cottonwood, if it's maple wood, whatever. You just need a plank. And the forums say that it has to be a higher quality level plank than what the quality level of the wall is. But you guys just saw it. It let me attempt to make a better quality. Let me see here. Do I have any more? I don't think I have any more. Cedarwood, yeah, all of my logs are even higher quality. And I do have a rare log, but I'm not going to use that for planks. But that's, we know that we can use a higher quality plank to repair. You may need a couple of them. May need several of them, depending on how much damage is on that particular wall and what your skill level is. But let's see. Did we get skills on that? Miscellaneous items, hammer, saw, carpenter. Nope, this was all for building. So let's go into here and go to our repair skill. If I can, repairing right there. So we did actually get skill on repairing, but as you can see, my repair skill is already 34.94 on this character. So not the greatest, but pretty simple in how to do it. It can be confusing, which is why after doing a little bit of research, I misinformed the individual in a comment or a reply to his comment, her comment, whatever, their comment. How about that? And said you just grab your mallet. Well, that obviously isn't going to work. So I wanted to correct things, and I figured the best way to correct them was to just start the video off with a building. Now, I don't know if this building's actually going to stay here or not. This is the way up there. That ledge right there is where Old Biddy's Garden's at. Ooh, don't fall off the edge. Let me see. How close can I get? Right there is good enough. Stop. Okay. So Old Biddy's Garden is up there. You can kind of see the pasture right there. You can see the fences. And I've been working on the mine level and bringing this wall out. So I've got a few more tiles in between so that I can start building structures up there. But I don't know if this building's actually going to stay here or not. It was specifically put up for the purpose of explaining how to fix the walls on wooden structures. And I believe you can do the same thing on the ceiling or the roof as well. Let's see. Um, let's find out. The roof. Hopefully it doesn't completely destroy the roof. I have not tested this yet. I don't think it will, but okay. Oops. Let's go back to event. Damage the roof. All right, let's examine the roof. It has taken 17 damage. It's quality level 22. So let's activate the plank, and we can repair the roof. Oh, that's right. That one contains too little. Can we repair it with a shingle? No, we cannot. But it'll let us attempt to destroy it with a shingle. That's kind of weird. Okay, so let's go back. We're going to grab... Oh, that's right. The cart doesn't need anything specifically activated in order to repair it. That was throwing me off for a second. Okay, so let's grab another log real quick. We just want one. And let's close the shingles up. Okay. We're going to throw this in here. We're going to throw this log in here. We're going to make a few more planks. Planks are always handy, so it doesn't matter if you make a few extra. But now I have enough planks. Okay. I've got 6 extra planks. So we can go back in here if the door wants to cooperate. Not that one, because that one doesn't have enough material, remember? Okay, and we're going to repair and examine. We went from, where are we at? 17.17 to 19.9. So yeah, with my current skill and the quality level of these planks, I'm getting roughly 8 damage that's being taken away each time I repair. So this is going to take 2 more. Yep. So 7.5 to 8, somewhere in there. Repairing skill just increased, but they have the skill increase on this server set quite a bit higher. Now I can take this plank and I can improve. And I can take this one and improve. And I can take this one and improve. We can examine it again. We're at 33.04 and previously we were 22.45. So we got on 3 improvements. With my current skill and the quality level of these planks, we got 11, roughly, 10.5 of an increase on the quality of this roof. Okay? All right, so we're done here. We're going to switch gears and head back over to Seattle Sanctuary. That means I got to close down this server or that login, and I got to relaunch the application. We're going to launch into Seattle Sanctuary. You're being silly now. Okay, give me 1 second. I got to force it to cooperate here. All right, there we are. There we go. Once I get the right windows going. Okay. Oh, hey. We're going to take that ash because we need that. And if you... Oh, nope, it's right there. Let's see how much damage this stuff is taking. It hasn't taken any damage. Weird. That's just weird, guys. Because some of you that have been watching for a little while know that when I was in here previously, last week, probably early last week, we mined some iron. There was a bunch of the 1.0 stuff. It was stacked right here, and it was gone yesterday when I logged in. So I don't know what happened with that, but that's all right. Okay, so the ash we're going to take over here, and we're going to stuff it in this box. Oh, there's the chicken. He's not hidden by the... Okay, we're going to take the chicken. We're going to open this up. Let's see. We're going to put the ash in here. We need... Oh, I know I'm walking sideways. We need the butchering knife. And we're going to butcher the chicken. And it says... you produce a meat, you produce hen fat, you produce hen feather. You fail to produce a feather, you fail to produce a feather. So apparently we can get up to 3 feathers from, or could have gotten up to 3 feathers from that particular hen, 1 fat and 1 meat, and we got 1 of each. Now, at this point, I don't need the fat. I don't know. Let's find out on Wurmpedia what the feather is used for. When butchering, found when butchering roosters, hens, and pheasants. Usage: it to float when used in fishing. Can be stored in a bulk storage bin, commonly stored in a tackle box. Used for fishing. See floats page for notes on effectiveness. Oh, hang on just a second. Okay, sorry about that. The dogs heard a noise, so they started freaking out. So we're going to go ahead and take, we're going to take the feather, we're going to take the meat, we're going to go ahead and take the fat for a second, and we're going to look at what that is. Fat is the store of food on a player's or other creature's body generated over time by staying above 84% food. See starvation for more info on how this works. See also animal fat. Okay, let's look at animal fat. Collected from from a creature's belly, this can be used to create candles and in cooking. Used in some cooking recipes and in creating candles, and farmer salve can be obtained by butchering animals, including starving animals. Butchered products decay extremely fast outside of bulk storage. So, creatures that yield fat: bison 4 kilograms, black wolf 3 kilograms, bull and cow 4 kilograms, calf 3 kilograms, deer 4, dog 3, foal 3, hen 1, horse 4, pheasant 1, pig 3, rooster 1, seal 2, and wild boar 3. Okay. In case anybody was curious about farmer's salve, this faintly healing salve will cure swelling and bruises. It has a pretty vibrant smell of garlic. Farmer's salve is a low weight healing item used for healing bruises and poison and internal wounds. Farmer's salve will not work on any wound above a medium. It acts the same as bandaging would, and thus would not work if a wound is already bandaged. Light or very light wounds take 0.01 of the weight of the farmer's salve, and a medium wound would take 0.02. Use of farmer's salve gives first aid skill. Wound type must be a bruise, poison wound, or internal wound to use a farmer's salve. The farmer's salve will not work on a bite, burn, cut, or hole type of wounds. When using a farmer's salve to heal a bruise, the text next to the wound reads bandaged, but when healing a poison wound or internal wound, it gives the special text applied. Farmer's salve is currently only one of very few possible ways to heal a poison or internal wound, and the other ways being tied specifically to religion. In order to create it, you activate garlic. You need 0.05 kilograms of garlic, and then you right-click the animal fat at 0.05 kilograms. Open the submenu, create, miscellaneous. Cannot be improved, cannot be combined. Good to know. The garlic quality level determines the success rate. Animal fat quality level determines maximum quality level. Okay? That kind of goes along with yesterday's video on fighting. So we don't have any garlic, so we really don't actually need this. So we're going to put that back on. Oh wait, it's not going to let us. It will not let us put it on the corpse. Interesting. Shovel. And first things first, we take care of the corpse. And we have plenty of... Oh, I'm going to run into a wall. We have plenty of... Okay, well, apparently it buried it in the water. There's a black wolf right there. Well, we are fully healed. What do you think, guys? Worst case scenario, we run down into the water and he stops chasing us. Boy, he's scurrying up that way, isn't he? We've got the butcher knife. We don't have any cotton on us, so let's work our climbing skill a little bit, I guess. Oh, holy cow. Where did he go? He's over there. He's right there. I mean, he's kind of close to our area, but let's go up and get his attention and see what we can do, huh? Turn auto on. And we're going to right click and attack target. This could turn out very, very bad, guys. So just so you're aware. Ouch. We're going to head over this way so that we're closer to the water, just in case, because he will follow us. Oh, where'd you go? There you are. And from what I've been told, you want to be on higher ground than your opponent. But I don't know how true that is. I don't know how much that actually contributes to the combat. Yeah, he's he's doing a whole lot of damage to us, so we'll give it another second, see if it turns around here. No, it's definitely not going to turn around, so we're going in the water. And we're going to kill auto fight. See, he's stuck over there. So if we swim out far enough, then he's not going to follow us. And then we can swim over this way and hopefully get back to the safety of this little segment of land. Just making sure he's not going to come up and over at us. Okay. Now we're going to swim over to this one. So we do know that we cannot successfully take on a mature black wolf at this point. But now we also need cotton. I can't recall if we still have any in here or not. We do not. We have string of cloth. That's not going to help us. Okay, so at this point we need to be very, very cautious. We don't want the iron bait, we want the exit. There we go. Let's get out of the mine. We're going to double check the cart. No cotton there either. Okay. Now will it let us clear a target? Yes. Okay. Let's head back. Oh, we need our rake. I think it was in the other one. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the butcher knife. That can go in here for now. That's going to decay, but we'll throw it in there. We don't need the shovel right now. And of course, we don't need the meat right now. And we don't need the feather. Okay, so we don't have, let's see, let's grab the saw. Let's grab the ribbon. Come on. Open. Oh, actually we don't need the ribbon just yet because we're going to need to make some small nails. Come to think of it. That's firewood. There's our rake. What happened to... Oh, we do have one cotton. I guess we can use that. But I'm not seeing our hatchet. What happened to our hatchet? Oh, I wonder if it's still on the cart and I just overlooked it. It is not. We've only got one small nail. We've got some more ribbon there. We can probably combine the two. Oh, there's our hatchet right there. I seriously overlooked that. All right. Okay, we don't need anything else that's on there. Want to make sure before we take off here. We're going to go ahead and throw those to get... actually, we should probably bring the other ones over and throw them in here. No, we'll leave them on the cart. We'll leave them on the cart. Okay. So we have our saw, we have our rake, and we have our hatchet. Drop those on there. The saw can go on there for now. The wood scraps we can get rid of, because that's going to end up being firewood anyway. Okay, so let's get up here so we're not treading water. We're going to activate the cotton. And looks like the legs are damaged the most, so let's try. to administer first aid to the legs. I got two. Slowly knocking them out. So most of these animals will not chase you into water. So if you get into a little tussle and you're not prepared for it and you start getting it handed to you, hopefully there's a body of water near you that you can swim through, or at least swim into, so that you can swim off to the side and try to get away from it. Buy yourself some time to be able to heal up. Now keep in mind, they're also going to heal up over time. You have the advantage of being able to bandage wounds or use salves to, oops, let's try doing this one. Anyway, you have the advantage of having bandages or cotton to bandage, and salves that you can actually heal yourself a little more, or a little faster. That means that you can actually get back into the fight a little quicker if you've got them almost done, but not quite. If they're just seriously handing it to you, my recommendation would be, you're not going to win the fight. Stay away from the fight. And Worm is one of those silly games that it doesn't matter what weapon you use. I know the you know the questions are going to come later on when I actually do some combat training and tutorial videos or whatnot. So I'm going to tell you now, if you're just starting out, don't worry about what weapon you're using. Don't worry about, well, this one has more DPS. This one later in game, that's not going to matter, and I mean that. It's seriously not going to matter. The combat system may be seriously outdated and kind of foobarred, but the weapons themselves are, they're essentially so balanced that it doesn't matter um, which weapon you choose. What you want to do is find a weapon that you like and stick with it, because the min-maxing on this is just so ridiculously, you know, out there, that you'd literally have to take one of every weapon with you in order to be efficient at it. And that's just not feasible. Um, for example, certain creatures are more susceptible to crushing damage than they are piercing or slashing damage or what have you. Um, but you've got various different types of crushing weapons. You've got various different types of slashing weapons. You can make the weapons out of different materials, and each material has its own little, sub properties or whatnot. There's certain creatures or certain weapons that do If they're made out of silver, they'll do a slight bit better than other weapons versus the same creature, but the numbers are so negligible that it really doesn't matter. By the time, um, how's the easiest way to put this? If you're wielding a, you know, quality level 90 uh, silver longsword versus a quality level 90 iron longsword, you're going to kill the creature just about as fast. Um, and silver does more damage. If I remember right, silver does more damage to hunter type creatures. So, like for instance, the wolf, crocodiles, anything that hunts other creatures. Um, it'll do like, oh, it's only a couple of percent better. So it's really not worth it. Hatchet. So, um, is sword better than maul? Um, take. Is the maul any better than the spear? Is the bow and arrow better than a staff? It depends on what you're comfortable with and what you want to use. I know a lot of people that play this game um, that combat is their thing. They don't really care too much for the crafting side of it. They do the crafting because they need the crafting, but they're more focused on the combat side of it. Why? I have no clue. Because combat in this game really isn't all that great. Um, but that's what they like to do. So they'll carry either several weapons with them, or I know a few of them that'll carry their primary weapon, which is a melee style weapon, and they'll carry a bow setup so that they can have deal with some range damage as well. Um, so in that case, ha- get a bow, make some arrows, or make a bow, make some arrows, and put your give yourself a little bit of a distance between the creatures. Um, but if that's what you're going to do, I would also carry a melee weapon and make sure that you have some sort of a melee. Um, have some sort of combat skill in that melee weapon. Um, but I wouldn't worry about switching from this weapon type to this weapon type to that one over there. To find something you like and just stick with it. Towards end game, it's really, really, really important to understand it's not going to matter. The weapon you choose is not going to matter at the end of towards what's classified as end game when you're fighting stuff, in the rifts or champion creatures or whatever. If you're proficient in mauls and your buddy's proficient in swords, neither one of you are really going to outdamage the other one. I'm sure there may be a little bit of DPS difference or whatnot between the weapons, but it's so small that it's not going to matter much. So, like I said, just find a weapon that you like, and early in the game, and stick with it. Um, I've never tried staffs before. I'm kind of liking the staff. It's not the greatest damage from what I've researched, but it's fairly quick, um, and that kind of makes up for it. Come on, open. Okay, so that's going to open there, so we're going to move this one over. That way, anytime we open a log pile, we can just throw it in there. We're going to take this one and throw it in there. Okay, let's knock this one down. But that's all I have about, you know, combat weaponry and what have you. The armors, on the other hand, are a completely different topic. And we will get into armors a bit more later on. But for now, realistically, all you need to understand is lighter armor allows you to move a little faster than, or possibly considerably faster than the heavy armors. So if you're wearing cloth versus plate, the plate armor is going to slow you down. It's also got more weight, which means that extra weight means you can carry less before you're encumbered. Now, that said, um, certain armors are definitely going to protect you better, but they're not going to protect you worth a hill of beans if you don't use them. So, if you've never used plate armor, for example, and you have really no skill in defense because you haven't been using armors, you may as well be walking out there in cloth. Um, so it's really not going to matter. Oh, doggone it! I was going to throw the wood scrap in the here. We'll just throw it back on the cart for now. Um, but it's really not going to matter if you're. Oh, there's another pine. If you're using cloth or plate at that point, neither one of them is really going to protect y'all that much. I mean, you could throw on a set of chain or scale mail, or actually, I'm not sure if scale's even in this game, but um, or banded, or it's there's a. I used to play old school pen and paper type games, and I've played so many RPGs in the past that I know of several different types of armor, and I don't mean like, oh well, yeah, the greaves versus the chest plate, or no, I'm saying types of armor. Whether you're wearing leather or padded leather or studded leather, those are three different types of leather. Um, I'm not exactly certain on which ones this game currently has, other than what I've seen so far. And I know that cloth is a thing, I know that plate is a thing, and I know that chainmail is a thing. And I'm sure there are other types as well. I've seen several different types of, in a few of the pictures I've seen of so called raiding parties. And they're probably raiding on the Rift, on an open Rift on the Wurm Online servers. But you look at the outfits they're wearing, and you can clearly see. I mean, some of them are wearing um, full helms, whereas some of them are wearing helmets. The dome caps, whatever. Um, and you can see some of them wearing cloth armor, some of them wearing leather armor, some of them wearing chain. So there's certainly a variety of different armors. But again, I don't know enough about the armors to tell you one way or the other. Um, my personal opinion on armor, it doesn't matter, or I don't think it matters. So I don't want anyone getting mad at me. Oh, well, he said that I should be wearing chainmail. No, I'm not telling you which armor that you should be wearing. What I'm telling you is you should figure that out. I'm not going to offer that opinion. I know that at some point, this character that I'm currently using will be continuing with the staff because that's what I've decided. He'll be wearing full chainmail because that's what I decided. That's not necessarily what you should be wearing, but that's what I'm going to craft for him. And that's the armor and the weaponry that he's going to use throughout, so that I get better skills at everything. Will that work for you? I don't know. That's kind of up to your play style and what your preferences are and what you're going to go against or whatever. I don't know. Um, the freedom of choice in this game is paramount. You can choose to do or wear or wield or cook whatever you want to, regardless of whatever anybody else is doing. If you decide that you want to be a cook and that's your main passion in this game, is you want to be able to cook every single type of food in this game, so be it. You're probably going to be lacking in blacksmithing skills and masonry and paving and all that other stuff, but if that doesn't matter to you and you want to specialize in cooking, I'm sure that there are other people that would be willing to buy up your creations at some point. You got to get your quality level up there, of course. Um, but, if you want to be that person that everybody goes to for their, casseroles or their pizzas or their, let's see, um, I forget right here. Okay, cooking recipes. Let's take a look here real quick. Holy cow. What is it you want to make? You know? I mean, you can even make alcohol. Um, whipped sheep cream, whipped cow cream, whipped bison cream. There's three different types of whipped cream right there. There's three different types of unfermented wine right here. Plus, there's a white wine right here. You make toast, um, tea, stews, sandwiches, um, pastries. Let's see, uh, meat meal, fish fillet meal, mashed vegetables, maple syrup. I mean, really? Diced meat? Um, I mean, look at this. You can make chocolate milk, for crying out loud. There's everything you need for chocolate milk. You need an oven, you need a saucepan, you need milk, sugar, and chocolate. But according to this, I don't know the recipe for chocolate. Well, how do I get that recipe? I have no idea. I'm not the person to talk to. If you want to know more about the cooking recipes or whatever, I can't guarantee she'll have the answers. But I would suggest, since Old Bitty Gaming seems to know a bit more about the cooking side of this game than I do, go watch her videos. She might actually talk about how you get the recipes or whatever. Maybe she doesn't know either. Do some exploring, figure it out. If I run across an answer, I'll probably do a video on it. At this point, I honestly, at the time of recording this video, I honestly don't have that answer. Let's see. Let's see if Wurmpedia has any idea. Um, no, chocolate. Redirect page to cooking. So let's see if we can go back in there. Chocolate. Mark recipe to be written. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's going to be some that apparently you need to look into to see if you can figure it out. Um, so for cherry juice, you need raw cherries and a fruit press, and you can make cherry juice. I know there was, where was it at? Um, Okay. Olive oil gets used in a lot of lamps and stuff, but I'm sure you can probably use it in cooking as well. You need a fruit press and olives, and you can make olive oil. You can probably make a mint selling olive oil to people for their lamps. To heck with everything else, but you know what? If you want to make pizza, wow, pizza's not in here. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. Well, inadvertently, I just found a quality of life thing. Oops. That I'm going to be researching to find out how to do it, but I'm going to be implementing somehow. I want to. Why am I closing windows when I need them open? I'm going to be seeing if I can figure out how to add more cooking recipes. I'm sure there's a mod out there, but I definitely need more recipes in there for sure. Let's see. Okay. So let's go over and get this last tree over here. And then we're going to start working on making planks because, well, let's get over here first and get him starting to chop. We need bulk storage bins. We need a small barrel. Okay, so um, small barrel is what we're going to need for holding some water for us. Now, if you watch Old Bitty Gaming's videos, she talks about getting a pottery jar. And yes, you can do that. Um, I tend to think a little bit bigger, and I want planks and small nails. That's all I need. One small nail, and we have one small nail. Okay? So I need 5 planks, and I can make myself a small barrel, put that on the cart after filling it up, of course, and I've got water for as long as I need. But considering I'm right here by the water, it's not really as pertinent. So what we're going to want to do instead is food storage bin. We need 1 ribbon and a plank, and additional items. We need 24 more planks and some large nails. So we've got to make large nails. Okay? And we need the bulk storage bin, ribbon and a plank, and then we need large nails and 24 planks. So 25 planks for each. That's 50 planks. 4 large nails for each. So that's 8 large nails and 1 ribbon apiece. So 2 ribbons. We already have enough ribbon. We just need to make the planks. So we're going to be cutting wood for a minute. Let me see how we're doing on time here. Oh, we're just about at that time, so let's get this cut down, and I guess that'll be it for this one. We're going to destroy that, and we're going to cut this and throw it in the cart as well, and this is where we're going to end up stopping. It seems like it was, man, it gets dark quick apparently. And then I'm probably going to take a quick break, and I might be jumping into another video here for just a short bit. I don't know yet. I kind of want to get some more stuff done on the server, so maybe, just maybe, I'll do a video for the server for Seattle Sanctuary um, from my GM character, so that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Where did my, there it is. Let's put these in here. Okay. So you can see bare feet. I got nothing on. It looks like I have clothes on, but in reality, that's apparently this game's version of underwear. Because I have no uh, I have no gear, no nothing, no pants. Where is, oh, right here. Nope. Show player. So this is basically what I'm supposed to look like, but let's activate that instead. Um, but I'm obviously not wearing any gear, so realistically, there shouldn't be a tabard, there shouldn't be pants, whatever. Um, but I get it. I honestly don't much care to see naked characters either. Okay, so the cart apparently is now too heavy. Pinewood log. There we go. That's on there. Okay, so we're going to take the saw off. We're going to put the hatchet on. And we're going to leave the cart here for just a minute. We're going to go over here and check on the crops. And then we're going to call this one. Let's see. Hatchet increased to 3. Aggressive fighting increased to 2. Combat, yeah, we already know I lost. Oh, there's some more wood that we got to pick up. But we can't drag the cart right now. There's more wood even. So we have plenty of wood to work with. Okay, there's the peat. So the crops, yep, that's what I thought. Alright, let's activate the rake. Untended. We're going to farm that. Oh, that's grass. We don't care about the grass. Oh, there goes the dogs again. Okay, so those are good. Farm that. Yeah, and then when, when we come back tomorrow, we'll go ahead and harvest this stuff. But like I said, I want to get a bulk storage bin going. We're okay on food at the moment. But as you can see, these aren't quite there yet. There should be. Yeah, so that center pumpkin should be gone, and it should be creating like an oval when they're completely ready to go. Or at least that's been my experience. And all these are, they are, the pumpkins anyway, are tended, but they haven't hit that second full harvest point yet. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I don't know what the key is with the tomatoes or any of that stuff, but, and there may not be one. I don't know. Okay, so that's going to be it there. Let's pull up the skills window. Characteristics, body 0.03, stamina 0.03, or I'm sorry, strength was 0.03, stamina 0.01, body control 0.01, mind negligible, mind logic negligible, mind speed negligible, soul negligible, soul strength no gain, soul depth negligible. And by negligible, I mean if it says 0.00, anything below that. Okay, so knives negligible, butchering knife 0.05, axes 0.5, 0.65 for the hatchet. Okay, um, we didn't do anything with carpentry. Woodcutting 0.70, and let's see, 0.04 on digging because we tried to dig that corpse is all. No fire making, no pottery, no tailoring, no masonry, no rope making, smithing, cooking 0.07. Oh, because of the butchering, I bet. Yep. Okay, so butchering went up 0.394. We didn't negligible on nature. Oh, farming 0.03. Okay, I get that. Miscellaneous negligible. Rake 0.03. Fighting aggressive 0.549. Okay, so nothing else there. Healing 0.177 and first aid 0.497. Clubs, religions, hammers, thievery, pole arms 0.116. And we'll go into that one. For the staff specifically 0.204. And then climbing 0.695. And that is it for skill gains for this session. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break and figure out what I want to do, if I want to do. I may be putting out another video. I may not. I'm not 100% certain yet. I got to see what the wife's up to, the dogs are up to, and see what I got to take care of before I can come back in here and how much time would be left. So, that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to hit that thumbs up. It does help the analytics of the channel. It also tells me, if you guys are watching this. And I know Old Bitty Gaming's watching. She watches every episode, just like I watch every episode she puts out. Um, if if you want to see more stuff like this, feel free to subscribe. I put out videos almost on a daily basis, or at least I try to. If you subscribe and you want to be notified of when new videos are out, then hit that bell icon. Last 30 seconds of this video will be some end cards. I will put a link to Old Bitty Gaming's channel in there if you want to go check out her videos. There's some really, really awesome videos. Lately, she's been having trouble with her internet and her microphone or whatnot, but we give her a lot of grace because, boy, she really does put out some good quality stuff. Today, she was something happened with a recording and she didn't get I guess she was sitting and effectively talking to herself for like an hour, hour and a half, thinking that the recording or that her computer was getting it all recorded, and something happened where either she lost the recording or didn't get it recorded or something, so she had to redo everything. But she made a forge and a few other things to move herself along. Um, it, it is not a competition between her and I as far as who gets what done when or how fast or whatever. We both just like to play. And she does things her way and I do things my way, and somehow everything still works out. Um, it goes to show you there are multiple different ways and different methods to play this game. No one person is right. So if you've watched a few different episodes of mine, and you've watched a few different episodes of hers, and you've watched a couple of episodes of somebody else, you would know that different people do different things different ways. But this game allows you that freedom. No one person has all the correct answers. In fact, I may have some answers that are correct in one sense, but I might be lacking some information, and you watch somebody else's video and they kind of touch on some other stuff that makes sense, that's correct in a sense, but they may not touch on what I touch on, even though they're doing the same thing. So not everybody's going to have every answer, but I encourage everyone to ask down in the comments, ask your questions, leave your comments, um, tips, tricks, and suggestions. I am all open. Feel free to throw them in there. As you saw earlier in the video, I had a question about how to repair wood walls. I am willing to put together the time to be able to show you how to do that instead of just explaining, especially if I gave you the wrong answer in the comment. And to that person, I do apologize. That is not how you go about doing it. Ignore my comment. um, you don't use a mallet to do that, but hopefully the start of this video helped you out. If it did, great. I'm glad that I was there to be able to help. Um, maybe that maybe your question is something that somebody else was concerned about as well and couldn't find an answer, and hopefully it helps them out too. So, kudos to you. Thanks for helping me help others. That's all I look for. Um, I enjoy playing the game. I enjoy helping other people through, and I enjoy showing my viewers what this game is really about. Not the speed runs, not the, oh well, I just played 100 days in this game. This is what happened to it. And I see a lot of those videos lately popping up. um, I'm not gonna play 100 days in this game and give you a 5-minute video. I refuse to do it. If you want me to play 100 days in this game, you're gonna see 100 days worth of video. That's what you're gonna see, because I want you to be able to see the real truth of playing these games. And not just Wurm Unlimited, but the other games I play as well. At some point, I'm going to switch off of this game and I'm going to go to something else, and you're going to see the same thing there. Old Bitty Gaming does Wurm Unlimited. She does The Infected. She was doing Medieval Dynasty. Now she's moved on to Eco. I mean, just because you play one game doesn't mean you can't play others, and it also doesn't mean you can't make videos for the others as well. And some of us really enjoy putting out these videos and showing people exactly what these games are about. If you want to, excuse me, if you want to see real gameplay on these games, that's what you're going to get from Old Bitty Gaming and myself. Beyond that, um, I mean, there's tons of content out there. If we're not what you're looking for, then I encourage you to find a video that actually does help you in the way that you need, or ask your questions, and we'll try. We'll do our best to help you out where we can. That's it for me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.